Good afternoon. Beloved friends, family, partners, administrators, faculty, distinguished guests, Dean Srikant Datar, Professors Matt Weinzrel, Mitch Weiss, and Suraj Srinivasan, and of course, Harvard Business School's MBA class of 2024. Woo! Welcome to Class Day. My name is Tricia Peralta. I am a proud Filipino, and I'm an even prouder president of the best section ever, Section I. Where are you at? I am also the Student Association's Co-Chief Community Officer and Class Day Co-Chair, together with Matthew Robert Glynn and Katie Condry. Class Day is an HBS tradition that dates back to 1996. This occasion provides us with a moment to reflect on our last 2 years and consider the difference we want to make in this world. This is a celebration just for us at HBS. Tomorrow, we join the rest of Harvard to listen to the words of my fellow Filipina, Maria Ressa. Then, we receive our diplomas, and before we know it, be on our way back to the real world. But first, we want to acknowledge what it took to get us here. Let's take a moment to pause and consider Harvard's history. Harvard University is situated upon the traditional land of the Massachusetts tribe. We acknowledge the painful history of genocide and forced removal from this territory, and we honor and respect the many indigenous peoples still connected to this place. We also recognize the ongoing work required to restore this land. We also honor the memory of the more than 70 individuals enslaved by Harvard University leaders, faculty, and staff between 1636 and 1783. We also recognize all the enslaved men, women, and children whose labor generated wealth that helped create the Harvard that we know today. We also acknowledge that as Harvard Business School, we too need to learn our own history and context and continue exploring our school's entanglement with slavery. We know that much pain and suffering was part of our institution's history, and we carry that weight with us today. Similarly, we acknowledge the impact of the events that occurred while we sat in Aldrich Hall over the last 2 years. Much of the world continued to change, some for the better, some for the worse. ChatGPT made reading our cases so much easier. But the job market proved more challenging than we would have anticipated, with many of us feeling like we're still choosing only the next best thing. While we learned how to be more inclusive and how to sit and listen to diverse viewpoints in case discussions, the world we re-enter is even more divided and unwelcoming than when we first arrived. The widespread loss of human life due to international conflict has impacted so many within the Harvard community, and we will continue to mourn those losses for the years to come. But as I look around at my fellow graduates, I continue to feel excited and hopeful. The people I met over the last 2 years have challenged and inspired me with their stories, their dreams, and their hearts. I have no doubt that each and every one of us feels similarly shaped by the people we surrounded ourselves with. The next hour will go by like a blur, especially in this heat, but I challenge you all to try and be fully present and use this as an opportunity to actively listen and reflect on the last 2 years. As we move on into the real world, I hope the lessons that we take from this place will help us be better leaders and human beings.